Alright, welcome back to the next video in this series of Knowledge Dump, where I am just going about all the different things that I've done and sharing this knowledge with you. I got a little tired of sitting in the one place, so I guess I'm going to do a little bit of driving around, and we might go get something to either eat or drink. I don't know, we'll see. But this next one here is going to be I talked about retail and sales before, but now this one's going to be more of like the hardcore sales. So this one is when I was a banker, a mortgage loan officer, and what was the other one? I was a real estate closer. I'm actually going to leave that one out. It's more of the banker and real estate or mortgage loan officer. When it comes down to these jobs are a little bit more on the higher end sales because you're selling bigger end products. You're selling financial products that people are not going to necessarily just go home, rip open, use, and be done with it. Like, no, it's going to stick with them for the next several years of their life. If they have a credit card that they're going to be using, they're probably going to have that credit card for quite some time. If they get an auto loan from you, they're going to have that until the car either blows up or they finish paying off the car loan. If you're selling a mortgage, well, people are more than likely going to have to resell the house before they actually get done paying off that mortgage. I've never heard of anyone actually paying off a 30-year mortgage nowadays, man. Either people resell it, or if you are going to finish paying it off, maybe take equity out of it. And so then you're opening up a new financial product. So when it comes down to these products, you got to be on your P's and Q's for sure, because these products, they are complex in a sense, and they all start off with finances, people's monies, people's bank accounts. And you have to be aware of how people spend money, how they use money, what they think of money, how they go about managing money. Money is a very big thing. It equals power. If you know how to hone it and you actually are responsible with it, you can become a very powerful person. If you don't know what the hell you're doing with it, you can easily become the least powerful person with it. And so when you're in these jobs of a mortgage loan officer or a banker, you're the one that's helping people put them in position to either be powerful or not powerful. You have to know what the hell you're talking about with each financial product you're going to offer somebody. If I'm offering somebody a credit card, I better know how much the annual fee is. I better know what the range is for the APR is. I better know what the type of fees you get depending on the type of charges that you do. If you do international charges, you might get charged an exchange rate. You might get charged this. If you do these kind of transactions, you might get this. If you go to certain places, you might get cash back instead now. Like, for instance, we're passing by this restaurant here. I know cards where they give you, what, 2 to 3% back depending on how much you spend at these restaurants. So you need to know this kind of stuff. And then on top of that, I would say you need to know what people need in order to qualify for them. So right now I guess I'm gonna pause here and just chill here so we can finish up the video. But yeah, money. When it comes down to helping people get, let's just go with the banker first, because the banker has a wide range of things we can help people get. Like I said, credit cards, auto loans, normal loans, personal loans. I can also help people get a savings account, checking account. We can also do CDs, certificate of deposits. We can also do a few other things like money orders or money wires or things like that. You have a lot of things that you can do with money when you're a banker. And so when you're a banker, honestly, that was kind of like one of my favorite jobs, because I get to talk to people about what matters the most to most people. Like, you can't tell me that money doesn't matter to most people. That's what most people need. I have families that come in, hey, we're behind on bills and we don't know what to do. Can you help us? Well, let's look into your statements and let's see how you're spending, and let's see if we can change up how you spend. Or maybe, hey, I see that you guys keep buying gas and food, gas and food, gas and food. Did you know that if you were to make those same purchases on a credit card, you can actually get cash back that would help you alleviate some of these finances because you're getting money back? Like, you have to know how to take people's current financial situations and make it a better thing. And so that just comes with time. Of course, the job is going to give you training, but you're not going to know as much as a banker who's been there for 5 years versus a banker who just got there that last month or whatever. It's just not going to happen. Like, that 5-year banker is just going to know more. It's going to know small little details. And the thing is, too, is that when you start actually becoming a licensed banker, which is what I was in the process of doing before the company I work for kind of screwed that up for me a little bit. And we're going to keep moving around because that restaurant I was talking about, I can smell the food and it smells so good. And I just don't want to stop to go get some because I need to go home and make some food. But the licensed banker part, which is the part where you get when it comes down to being a licensed banker, there's several different licenses that you can get. So it just depends on what kind of banker you're going to become. There's usually insurance. There's usually like certain series. I don't remember all of these at the moment because I just haven't inquired about this stuff for a long time. So if you're going to go about this, just educate yourself on all the things that you can know about being a banker, and all the licenses that you can get depending on what kind of products you want to offer people. And other than that, I'm trying to think of really the point that I'm trying to hone down here with banking. It's back to, the retail ones where you are giving people that smile, the respect, manners. When people get frustrated, because they will, it's money. People get frustrated with money. You have to keep a very calm demeanor. And the thing is, they're not really getting mad at you. They're just getting mad at the situation or whatever you're explaining. There's been times where I had to explain to people, yeah, you spent more money than what's in your account. You have overdraft fees. There's nothing I can do for you. You need to learn how to manage your money better. Well, blah, 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 blah. And there's nothing I can do about it. You just sit there and you just, okay. In the back of your mind, you're like, this dumbass don't know how to fucking do basic math. If you have $100, you can't spend $150 and think that it's okay. We did you a favor by letting that $150 go, but now you owe us $50. And guess what? We have a fee with that too. So now you owe us $85 altogether because that fee is $35. Now I know some banks where they charge per item. So if you're on some stupid shit, really overcharging your account, we might let you slide for a few of those transactions, but we want $35 per piece now. So that's another thing too, is you really need to know some of these fees that can come up for your potential client when you're offering them these products. I usually tell people the correct way to use it and the wrong way of using it. All right, sir, here's this new checking account that you have. The best way to use it, make sure that you keep on having your direct deposits come in because that's what's waiving your monthly fee. Make sure that you're spending your money every single month, because if it sits there for too long and you don't use it, we will come asking, why aren't you using it? And if you really don't want to answer to us, we'll just close the account and send you a check and be on our way. You have to tell people that. I've seen people where they literally have money in account and it's like they come into the bank and they're like, we got this letter saying you guys are going to close your account. And it's like, yeah, because you just left it there. You didn't do anything with it. You have to use the money. If you didn't want to use the money, we should have got you a CD, because then you don't have to use the money. And that's what I mean. You really know how to have these conversations with people where you tell them how to use the product the right way. And you got to tell them how to use it the wrong way. Oh yeah, if you want to get fees, go ahead and just keep spending more money what's in your account. Oh, you want to go ahead and ruin your credit? Go ahead. Max out your credit card as much as you want. You can go ahead and do that. And guess what? We might start declining your transactions because you've overspent. Gotta have these conversations with people. And when it comes down to this conversation with families, I've had this sit down where it be the mom or dad signing their child up, or minor, because normally banks require, the minor to be maybe 12, 13, 14, whatever it is for your bank. And so you have to know how to explain it to a little kid. You literally got to tell the little kid, congratulations, you have a debit card. It's a piece of plastic where it has all of your money on it. And when you swipe, it's going to take money away from your account. If you don't add money to your account and it goes to zero, then we stop allowing you to make purchases and we stop the use of your card. And if there's money on the card, you can use this card anywhere you would like, but you need to be aware that you may end up having it go to the wrong place. You may end up losing it. If this happens, you need to let your parent know so that they can A, shut your card down, which means just putting a lock on it. If it's in the house and you guys are aware of the location, maybe it's a temporary lock until you find it. Or maybe you just completely lost it out in public and you have no clue where it is. Alright, so now we need to close the card down and we need to get you a new one. But you need to say something so that the money doesn't disappear. You need to have these kind of conversations. And you see how I said that very slow and calmly? You got to talk to kids like that. And sometimes you got to talk to adults like that. It's crazy because some people, money just doesn't get to them. And the thing is like, you want to help out as much as you can, but some people just don't learn. And some people just have negative thoughts towards the banks. I've had a couple people where they're like, man, you guys always charge my card and blah 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 and do all these dumb things. I'm just like, but dude, you have all this money in your savings account. Well, yeah, because I just like to keep it there. Whatever's there I don't touch, and whatever's in my checking account, these are two different things. I'm just like, you can set it up where if you are overcharging your debit card, it can automatically pull from your savings. Did you know you can do that? Nah, man, she's that bank bullshit, man. Y'all just scamming. I'm telling you, you're gonna have conversations where it's just common sense to people and they're thinking you're scamming because you're a bank. Nothing you can do about that either. You just have to tell them the rules, be respectful, and let them process it on their own, and you go about your own business. When it comes down to the more higher end products, so getting people into those personal loans or real estate loans, you really do need to know what you're talking about at this point, because now you're talking about financial instruments that can last people minimum 3 years up to 30, maybe even more depending on what it is. And so I would say take the time. If you can, try to find a previous loan that's been open that's not a client of yours, and try to see if you can find the terms and conditions or the paperwork that was found and see everything that was done. Sometimes you have access to it, sometimes you don't. It just depends on your bank. Most of the time they do want you to have access to things like that so you can make knowledge of that for yourself. So, do your homework. And then other than that, you're a representation of your bank. So if you screw up somehow in these documents, you might actually be legally responsible. So you actually need to do your homework, because the bank will throw you under the bus. Yeah, no, this is how we do our loans. And the person who originated for you did not cross the line. So we're going to have to actually go after, well, this will be you, because you're the banker. And you're going to be legally liable for this now because you screwed up on the documents. So you really need to do your homework on some of these things. I haven't really seen that happen too much, because these documents that you get from the bank are pretty detailed. They are big ass packets of paper with all the details in it. And like I said, go through it and make yourself knowledgeable of these things. If you don't understand what people are signing, that's not good. Sometimes I remember I did my first loan, and I made myself as knowledgeable as I can, but as we're doing it, people were starting to ask questions, and I'm just like, let me get someone else involved. Let me write this down and then I'll get back to you on this question. let me figure this out a little bit later, or is this something that needs to be done before you can finish signing? If it's something that they need done before you finish signing, stop the signing. Go figure out the answer to the question and then come back so that they can feel confident about signing those documents. If it's something small and it's like, well, you could just tell them that we can continue on with the rest of the paperwork and we can circle back to that at the end and try to have a better understanding of what that means. This one's just kind of up to your training, really. Like, I don't really have too much more to share on this one because financial instruments that are provided from each banker is going to differ from bank to bank, and so I can't really recommend certain things because I don't know the product you're offering to people. All I can tell you is just be as knowledgeable as you can about it. Tell people how they can use it the right way. Tell people how they can use it the wrong way. Fees that may occur, fees that could happen if they do something wrong. Tell people if they have issues with something, where they go. With real estate, it's a little different because you usually have a title company involved as well too. So while they're doing their signing, some of those documents might not be bank related. It could be government related, county related, and you just need to have the right resources to help you out. With the real estate stuff, if you're having a title company do all your closing work, most of the time the closer for that title company will answer a good chunk of those questions. But when it comes down to the loan, you better have all the answers to that. You better know what the principal and interest is. You better know what the annual percentage rate is. You better know what extra fees are. You better know if this person needs PMI, if they need to set up an escrow, whatever it is. You need to know all these different things before you start telling them to your clients or customers, that are coming into the bank wanting these products. Other than that, I don't really have anything else. That's kind of it. Good luck to you. Sorry for the driving around and mishaps, but other than that, see you on the next one.